Hello everyone. How are you? Hope all is well with you all and you and your families are doing okay. So guys, what you been up to? Hope you've been looking after number one, and that's you. Always remember that you come first. Hope you also were taking time out to live. Do what you love doing in a safe and aware way. Because bear in mind, not because you're alive means you are living. So the priority is to make yourself happy. Now, growing up, older folks always say the most touchy subject to talk about is Christians, by extension, Christianity, and politicians, by extension, politics. So, I am going to navigate through this topic with caution and try to be very balanced as possible. But the facts is the facts, and history has shown the arguments going to be discussed. As I always told you, nothing is as it seems. So, on this topic, where Grace Hamilton, aka Spice, Jamaican's very own dancehall queen and businesswoman. Now, this is pertaining to her very controversial school tour where the churches came out holier than thou. The thing is, I do believe Spice doing the school tour was to propel her new song Hell No, which is a bit explicit but of a sexual nature, telling the younger youths if anyone basically want to freak you out, asking you to do these kinds of sexual acts, just say no. While it's good advice to warn them, there are many that never heard of these kind of sexual fetish, which will be known to them now, because it's not every youth that go to school is for the streets. While there will be some that knows about it, some may even have experienced it already, but Spice is very smart and articulate. While she can use life experience to motivate the youths, the bottom line is it's a PR move to sell her song. Because you see, these days there are certain things that advertisers always try to get to the younger youths and the children to get them involved so things will sell. So it's a good PR stunt from Spice, and she is a good PR person. She know how to draw attention to everything she does. The next song coming out, watch and see what drama going to come up. Well, at least this one was pertaining to the schools and the churches. It draw traction to this new song. Remember previously the tea time one, you remember how that draw many arguments from across the board in terms of what happened to who, when, where, and why. I won't go into it because you know follow Spice, most of you, so you know what I mean. Because the thing with Hell No song, it resonates with an idea that most schoolers are really not ready for sex life yet. That can be said to be saying just that. Now, where it gets sticky is the church involvement, which puts in the sticky situation. Because bear in mind, reverence to God and having a relationship with God have absolutely nothing to do with a church. That's just an institution that many may gather. That institution is full of hypocrites, fake people, liars, dishonest, adulterers, judgmental people, just like every other institution there is. When you think about it, really and truly, there's nothing sacred about the church itself anymore as we would want to believe, or we would want people to believe. It's just that church people intend to hide their evil deeds very well. But many things are being revealed and many things are being exposed. I just want to say God bless the few that are of godly persuasion and are really living for Christ and who really have a relationship with Christ and who are really trying to make a difference in their community or with the people around them or with their association. Now, this situation with the church judging Spice, with one such saying that Spice is promiscuous, that is utterly out of order. And even if she was, they are in no position to throw any stones at anyone or to be even trying to stop her school tour that eventually went on anyway. Because right now, if you ask any youth in Jamaica, what does the church really stand for in Jamaica? We need to differentiate. We are not asking what does God stand for. What we are asking, what does the church really stand for? Unfortunately, many of the answers, you would be so sad to know it's not positive. And we need to differentiate between people coming out against what the church is saying versus what people are saying in terms of being godly or Christianity. Because it doesn't mean so because you belong to the church institution mean you're honest, just and godly person. The thing I find very appalling is whatever you may think of Spice, she's always giving back to her homeland and her community. So even if she is pushing her music and combining it with talks of motivation for the children in the school, we welcome it. Because if shark come from water bottom and say down the deep, who you going to believe? The fish vendor or the shark will come from down underwater bottom and tell you the deep? As for the church, they are not even there for their own members when you need them. Their voices, when you look for it, it can't be heard or can't be found. But I know what? Spice is an easier target because people always coming for her. So the church are trying to run in on this bandwagon attacking her. Who without sin cast the first stone. And at least them should appreciate that someone is at least trying to reach out to these children in the school, because I don't see the church doing that. Mostly what the church do is condemn and then come out for everything else except what the society really need them to come out for. That's baloney. Why instead of fighting against Spice, why the church never join with her in a positive way to reach out to the school? No, because what they wanted is their name to be connected with Spice to make it seem like they were doing something. Only Spice don't have strength for. If you think about it, to reach the young people, if you say an artist is coming to the school, everyone is going to turn up and want to be there. That's where the church should come in and join with Spice to make a positive input. Because if you're going to a school and you basically say there's going to be a church service and the church is coming to talk, everybody already, or majority of them already thinking them a hypocrite when them come say no. The church body on a whole need to wheel and come again and really gain back their position in the society as an entity that is respected by the mass. not the minors. Because when you think about it, Spice could have been their anchor to keep the students' attention. Then the church would use their voices then to connect with the students. In combination, Spice would be hitting them with experience and what she have been through to where she is now. And of course, in the same breath, promoting her song in a subtle way because the church is there in terms of trying to let them understand indecent proposals are not to be accepted. Just say hell no. And it would have worked out. Hell no tour combined with the church. But because the church baga like social media, they choose the toxic way. Just bear in mind, Spice is a wealth of knowledge and she have loads of life experience that could be of help to the younger generation, especially young girls. Trust and believe. Everyone would be there and they would want to listen and hear because she have a way of saying things that matches with the youths of Jamaica attention span. At the end of the day, Spice would be that shark that come from the water bottom and letting them understand how deep it is. Because mostly they ain't listening to the church trying to tell them about how deep the sea is. Because most of them is also hypocritical. They're going like from them born on this earth angels and never change and we're perfect along the way. The youths them want realness, groundedness, facts that they can connect with. And if ever you want to teach youths anything, you have to approach them on that level. The church needs to refocus on the real things that are happening in Jamaica and first start by helping their own members. And that's a good place to start so people can take in more to the church in terms of respecting the church more. Lead by examples. If when you look at the examples around of church, you're hearing things coming about pastors, things coming about church members. There is just so much things. I just don't want to go into a thing where I'm all out bashing the church. But I'm telling you, personally, I'm so scared of the person that profess to me how Christian they are. They always turn out to be more dangerous than the ones that don't say they are. I want to be around people or meet people that act accordingly. Lead by your actions. So I can look on and say, whoa, this person is godly like. Yeah, this person ought to be a Christian. And that is what the next generation really and truly wants to see. Anyway, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.